We in here! Motherfucker, I'm back! Motherfucker, I'm back! I hope you're ready! Oh yeah! And here we go. Without further ado, your boy, the space wizard, the bass magician, the sound sorcerer, Dirty B, back by non-popular demand. Nobody gives a fuck, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. But for those of you that did show up because y'all are dope as fuck and y'all know that Cthulhu shall lash down upon thy enemies and melt their brains, welcome. So, there's been what's going on with my chat? How come I don't see my chat? Okay, there it goes. Okay, yo, we got Dose Charisma in the motherfucking building. I would send you something, but your boy is flat broke. Hey, anyways, listen. So, I got a couple of things that I kind of just been just been bouncing around in the back of my head and stuff that I'll get to eventually. But I do want to say that there's lots of stuff that I can't necessarily talk about right now, but the stuff that's in production, bro, oh my goodness, I cannot wait till you guys hear what's going on. Let me give you a little hint. The end of this month, you already know what's coming out. I've already announced it, and it should be, actually, is it out already? No, it's not. But Cypher Tape Volume 3 dropping in the next couple of days. I think it's the 19th. I don't know. Let me double check that. But while I do that, there's some other stuff that's under construction right now that can't be spoken about until it's got some muscle on the bones that's built. And you hear that shit in your email? No, I hear that shit. Cypher Tape Volume 3, baby. Hell yeah. You know what's up, Dose Charisma? Hey, y'all help me share this out, though. Let's get this fucking thingamajagger popping, baby. All right, so let's see. I got to go to Spotify for artists. Hold on. I will tell you the date. The 23rd of this month. My bad. I guess it drops a little. So I dropped it on 23. Damn, I did do that, didn't I? Huh. I didn't even plan to do that. Holy shit, I didn't even think about that. It drops on 23. What a weird thing. I did not do that on purpose, you guys. But anyways, so that's going to be this month, and then next month there's going to be something for you guys. I'll announce once it's back. You guys might know about its construction because it was under the name of Project Strange Magic. But that was just telling y'all what I was using while I was cooking up my shit in my cauldron. But I'll tell you what, this album that is going to be coming out soon, I'll give you guys a name for it soon. Matter of fact, shiznit, I forgot to do something. I was going to, let me see if I guess I could try to do it now. No, I don't want to do that one. Let's take this, one of these. I don't know. Yeah, no. Okay, we'll take this one. All right, let me replace this. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Extra professional, man. Act like you've done this a minute. Hold on. Oh, but yeah, no, I am working on something that is gonna be dope. I can't pretend like that's gonna top everything I've ever done because it's never been something I've been trying to do. Hold on. Browse. Bam. So, here's a little hinter. My bad. It's so unprofessional, bro. I should have had this been done and lined up. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, there you go. That's going to be one of the ads for the night. You guys will see, keep on reoccurring watching this. But you see that nice blurry background right there? Don't worry about what that is. You know what I'm saying? If you're really skilled and you really care, like I guarantee I ain't got a fan that's that deep. But you'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised. Like there's rappers that are so good but not so heard of that would be surprised to know that I would make them like free beats for life for free features for life. You know what I'm saying? Man. I guess I'll name a few. Diabolic, DZK, Gravity if he is still working. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'd constantly be on fucking deck whenever they needed something. But there's lots of artists that I work with that are on that status, and I'm glad that I get to work with them. It makes me feel like I'm a part of a powerhouse, you know what I'm saying? From Florida to California, everything in between, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we're in Michigan, but, well, I'm in Michigan, but there's many, like, in Florida, on that end, we got motherfucking Dos Charisma, and on the California end, we don't got necessarily, certain that kind of connect out there. I got a couple family members and stuff, and actually, my cousin, it was in a band that did pretty good. They had vinyl prints and shit, and he's got like a little recording studio with his buddies over there in California. So I guess I got some connects over there, but everything in between, you know what I'm saying, from Maine, Massachusetts, New York, fucking Arizona, Utah, Ohio. I got people all over the place, bro. And everybody that I do know that is making connections, if I mention your state, you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? We working, bro. We getting shit fucking popping, son. And everybody around me has been working at such a consistent basis that it makes me feel a lot more optimistic than I was in like 2020. Because in 2020, I was looking around and I was seeing a lot of stagnant, like, not laziness, but I've seen a lot of artists that were just not producing as well as they should be. Like, they should be coming out with shit a lot more often than they were. And it left me wanting more and getting less. And I don't know. This year is different. I feel like everybody is pushing forward. Everybody's trying to figure out new ventures and different kind of merch and different forms of platforms of ways of promotion and advertisement. Like seeing everybody change their game up and figure out new footholdings on this path towards greatness. It's pretty inspiring. You know what I'm saying? Especially seeing everybody try their own thorough method. Because, if steel sharpens steel and you have a feast mentality and you all eat together, then, for the most part, whenever you learn a new thing, if you're willing to teach the rest of the crew, nobody ever has to go without that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So, say, for instance, I'm a mixing and mastering engineer. Well, I'm working on being a mastering engineer. I like to think that I can master. But producer, writer, but that's where I'm comfortable. That's my area. Anything outside of that is kind of dabbling. You know, when I do graphic media, I've edited a couple videos, but those, you know, graphic media I do for fun because of art. You know, I can't draw anymore because of my arthritis and carpal tunnel. So being able to edit art is, you know, a fun thing for me, and I'm glad that people pay me to do it. But I wouldn't go as far as saying I'm like a fucking, you know, professional ass certified graphic engineer, or graphic artist, whatever. But videography is just not my thing. You know, I got the vision, like I could shoot the shit, like I could capture everything in frame the way I can picture it in my brain, you know, using artist concepts like vanishing points and shit like that. And being like a very avid movie watcher, I really pay attention really closely to how some things are shot and how they feel. So I think that knowledge would do me well for shooting, but when it comes to editing the video together, I just don't have the patience nor the time to divert from music to learn that craft. So, you know, having somebody that's what I'm looking for right now, somebody that's in need of somebody like me when I'm in need of somebody like them. So, you know, as often as I can, being able to produce, you know, stuff that I want to get videos for, and they're like, well, you know, I got fucking these songs and I got an album, you know, in mind that I want to fucking get done. I got a couple songs written to YouTube beats, but I need some authentic shit. I'm like, well, bro, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? So that's that real shit. And then you make money off of your music. I make a little dollar off of the fucking YouTube video that I upload that you fucking made for me. And we're all making our own shit. And all we did is help each other with our skills. And that's the kind of shit that I don't see enough of, and I'd like to see that. That's why I do that often. And you could ask anybody that's in these comments right now, ask if I'm motherfucking lying. You know what I'm saying? If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do that shit. You know, we did a music review for a couple of years where instead of having people pay us money to skip the line, we'd kick people out for trying to skip the line. Like, nah, bitch, wait your turn. We didn't waste time. We played half of a song unless somebody said they're on the other half of the verse or whatever, unless the song is really good. If the song is really good, we just could not change it. But if it was like, okay, this is okay, let's, you know, listen to this, absorb it, and then judge it. And what we would do is we'd take votes in the room. You know, say it's me, your homie Jay, my wife Bandit, and then whoever else we invited. Everybody has their own opinion of music, so I may vote for something that nobody else votes for. We all unanimously say that's dope. Anyways, we'd write that, you know, your name down, and each one of us would put our, you know, submission in the bucket for that artist. And at the end of the night, we would reach in and draw names, and it would go first name drawn as third place and last name drawn as first place, and we had a bunch of prizes in place with mixing and mastering and fucking free cover art and beats and you name it, you know what I'm saying? And we never made a dime off of that, but the fun that we had doing it, and like just what I don't know what the word is, but just to be like, shit, you homie Jay, you see what we did right there? We fucking finally gave back in a way that you could not tarnish that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gave you the most absolute honest opinion on your music. You know, if you had trash quality but a good song, I would tell you that. I wouldn't be like, oh, I can't even listen to this. This is garbage. You know, even with some mumble rap, if it was like, you know, radio sounding shit and it sounded like it could be played on the radio, I'd at least tell them that. I'd be like, listen, this ain't my bag. In my opinion, this is dog water kind of style, but this is playable. I can understand an audience behind this, you know, and then pass it on to the next person in their opinion. And I just don't see that as much anymore. There's really just a lot of blow smoke up everybody's ass, so they skip the line all the time and become a regular customer. When I did it, I don't give a fuck if you come back or not. Only come back if you want an honest opinion, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's how I ran my shit. I'm an artist as well as a producer and an engineer. So, you know, when I hear good quality, I'm like, dog, I love how your engineer compressed this shit. You know, none of your fucking frequencies are like eating my ears off. Nothing is like muddy or disgusting. Everything's kind of in place. You know, or whatever, you know, advice I had for each song. And I tried my best to be as thorough as possible and quick as possible. And we move on throughout the night. And we've had, you know, maybe I'd like to say 60-40 is kind of the relationship between good and bad. Is 60% good. Like, we had a lot of artists that were like not necessarily the dopest, but they had potential. And some of those artists stuck with us, and even after the music review, and one of them's probably still in the comments now. Dose, you still in here with your motherfucking bucket dance? You invented the bucket dance. Like, dude, he was one of the people that came through. He's like, he was kicking it. He had style, you know what I'm saying? Like, and every now and then, you know, he got a harsh review, and every now and then he got a fucking praise. Hey, Bucket Dance, I'm bringing it back. What's up? You know what I'm saying? And look, I'm not afraid to bring back the music review. My problem is, nowadays everybody has one, so the viewership is really low, and it's kind of boring to stick around. Like, viewership is low here at the podcast, but at least this is permanent, and this is, you know, me interacting with everybody else or having a guest on or whatever the case is. But anyways, listen. So before I get into a couple of the ranty rants, you seen the ad. I did show you guys this part a minute ago. The good old hold on, where's it at? God damn it. Huh. Whichever one it was. There it is. It is ad. I don't know what. Oh, it's ad 3. My bad. My silly ass. So there you go. That's coming soon. And while that's sitting there, I'll let you examine that and see if you could let your eyes unblur that picture for a minute. But here's a little something. I think you're gonna like this. And by the way, this is featuring your boy Pungent Beats. He's behind the melody and the bass on this beat, and I just laced it with some heavy ass drums and some cuts. And I think I added a melody in the hook. But Chronic. Check this out. This is called Defiant. Coming soon.
Y'all think you got bars? I dare you. I dare you to move. In my consciousness, the scars from my karma faded. Hardly weighed them down. Nowadays, my heart is armor plated. Now I'm bloodthirsty, searching for a target. Take a large serrated blade, drink his blood like it's carbonated. Now that my thirst is quenched, gas in my carburetor. I'm putting in farmer label under whom my art persuaded. Taking a dip in this water, see the sharks are waiting. Heaven to earth ain't an option, you get the bottom layer. You'll have a lot of neighbors, take your turf and make it ours. All hail Cthulhu, I'll make you worship a greater power. Y'all underrated cowards, I'ma bring the ancient knowledge. The demons in me awaken, you get your breathing. Hieroglyphics anonymous, written on different obelisks. Time for this planet to finally face this apocalypse. Fist on my Philadelphius, unholy acknowledgement that once I arrive in this war, there's no one surviving it. I am the tyrant, the creature from the depths below. I am the fire, Leviathan, death approach. I am the sign from the stars in alignment. Before I leave earth, I'll bend speech to my likeness. I am the tyrant, the creature from the depths below. I am the fire, Leviathan, death approach. I am the sign from the stars in alignment. Before I leave earth, I'll bend speech to my likeness. Listen, I can make a whole list of the shit I'll do to y'all. Who could brawl with someone that can curse you as a voodoo doll? Flick it in the nuts and let my dogs do the coup de grace. Use my rhymes to make you suicidal and influence y'all. Or wait till you on vacation with your happy slut, drinking on a cruise ship till I call the Kraken up. A necrophiliac, I'm here to fuck your rap career and talking when they're walking off a plank up in the atmosphere. We crunk, feast up, G's up in here. We hear your weak stuff, the beat cut like 3 musketeers. Y'all are acting weak, fuck them tears, this is bloodshed. You're in the pressure of a shitty cop like we're the suspect. Shoot you on sight or we can take it to the booth instead. But even then my music's so ruthless I can remove your head. And if you want smoke all night you need some necromancy. And your homie Jay Redhead, that means he's telepathic. I am the tyrant, the creature from the depths below. I am the fire, Leviathan, death approach. I am the sign from the stars in alignment. Before I leave earth, I'll bend speech to my likeness. I am the tyrant, the creature from the depths below. I am the fire, Leviathan, death approach. I am the sign from the stars in alignment. Before I leave earth, I'll bend speech to my likeness. I am the tyrant, the creature from the depths below. I am the fire.
Yeah, just a little taste, a little something for you listeners out there, to you cavern dwellers. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, there's lots of stuff that's coming soon, and you guys are gonna get a taste of it right here in the Cthulhu Caverns every time I get a chance. But anyways, so one of the things I kind of wanted to touch on, like one of the things I've been thinking about is, hold on, let me pull up my little patty pad. So lately, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos in between while I'm smoking and shit and trying to like just gather my thoughts. And I've been stumbling across these videos made by this dude that just for some reason he just keeps on fucking making these why Steven Seagal is like the most absolute piece of shit on the planet at making movies. And dude, it is funny as fuck. Looking at some of the fucking movies that he makes, they're so terrible. They're like leaving green screen, running on a parked car, so it's like it looks like you're moving, but they're supposed to be parked. To like fucking doing weird flinchy shit and shooting without looking and fucking no sense making scenes to inconsistencies all over the place, dude. In the way the guy pointed it out, dude, I laughed till tears. It was so fucking funny. I couldn't help it. But yeah, man, I went down this deep ass rabbit hole about him and his just fake ass career. You know what I'm saying? I guess, he is obviously like some type of martial arts accomplisher. I don't want to say master at Aikido, which Aikido is, I'm not gonna say an ineffective martial art, but it's not gonna last in a fucking real fight situation against somebody that knows like jujitsu or ninjutsu or fucking Shaolin boxing. Even a Muay Thai fighter is just I don't know. I don't see it really working out that well for them, because Aikido originally, to my knowledge, was created as a martial art to disarm a person with a sword. And he does a good job at, deflecting opponents' energy and stuff like that. But the martial art that a lot of people associate real hip tosses, grapples, and really fucked up joint locks and stuff rhymes with Aikido is Hapkido. And Hapkido, on the other hand, is pretty real. Like, in Aikido, it's a lot of like, don't get me wrong, it has very similar movements where it uses, leverage, where like, say, a person throws a straight punch, you intercept that wrist to the point where their, outer arm is facing you, then you use your right hand, slip to their right punch, whatever that is, elbow on elbow, pull wrist towards your collarbone, elbow towards your hip, bam, you just fucking got them into a position where you could just snap their elbow backwards if you just make one more slight position with your arm. So, little shit like that. But in Hapkido, they have a technique or just like a style of forcing your body to do something that it naturally wants to do. Like, all right, for instance, they have this technique where they absolutely rotate your wrist to almost the point where it's going to snap, so your arm bends and you go to jump, right? So that's why you see people like flip over forward, because it's not like some kung fu magic trick. It's your body's natural reaction to not wanting its shoulder to snap, so it rolls with the way that the joint is about to be rolled. Well, Hapkido is specialized in tricking your body into doing things it wants you to do. The style does. And it just completely fucks you over as soon as you do what your body naturally wants to do. Now that, if he was a practitioner of that, I'd be kind of scared of the guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's just 1 or 2 letters away from the same martial art. But it's significantly different and more brutal in training. I'm not sure if you guys ever watched this, but there's this show. Can't remember exactly what the name of the show was, but it's a show about these 2 guys. One of them was an ex-military person, and the other one is an MMA fighter / teacher. And they go on adventures around the world practicing a martial art with real practitioners of that martial art for a week. Not long enough to really learn it, but kind of like grasp the concept of the style. And, they'll learn certain techniques from the sensei or whoever the hell's, coaching. The master of the school, the sensei, the sifu, whatever you want to call it. Anyways. And after a week or so, or however much time it was, they would have a minor fight. No, like, straight ass cockback punches to the face, but there's occasional slaps and like weak punches to the face, but pretty much anything goes below the waist. and or below the neck. And you know, they had some pretty good episodes, but the one that I thought was the most brutal was the hot Paquito episode. You know, they went in and the one guy was like, yeah, the teacher I have is cynical. Like he like waits till you tap out and he gives you like an extra 2 seconds of fuck you pain. Yo, Pungent, what's up? I just played was it Deviant? No, what the hell is it called? Defiant. I just played Defiant, bro. Shit, share this out. Let's get some shit rolling, bro. Send me some beats. I'll spit some shit to him or something. But yeah, man, fucking in this episode, when they finally got to the fight, they didn't use a lot of, you know, the grappling techniques, because Hot Paquito does teach striking. Aikido, I feel like they taught more like defensive techniques, because if you watch a lot of stupid ass fucking Seagal movies, you see him just flailing his arms about. And the only time I can accept flailing your arms about as a martial art is Wing Chun, because it looks like that, but they're actually just delivering short-range punches at really high speed, so it kind of just looks a little stupid at first. But if you ever watch Ip Man with Donnie Yen, any of them, especially the first one, and you see the way that he just fucking handles people with that martial art, and then after you watch that movie, go down a YouTube rabbit hole and just you know, study, because I studied that for actually 9 months, and just like you know, just off and on playing with somebody that actually went to a school, and then also simultaneously looking up drills on YouTube and doing them with my friends. So if you can call that training, I did, and we took it serious about 4 days a week, you know, roughly about 2 or 3 hours a day. So I don't know what you want to call that, but so that was technically our version of training, and we learned, you know, Fuq Sao. Damn, it's been so long. There's 4 different drills that we learned that we practiced on a regular basis. And Wing Chun is fun because it teaches you something called the 6 gate theory. And basically what that means is, like, so say for instance you're looking at like some kind of like a boxer's stance, like a southpaw, right? So unless they're actually like trained well enough, some martial art, karate, there you go, like Kyokushin or Shotokan karate, they'll face their weak side towards you and their strong hand behind. So their body's kind of limited to 3 sections. Well, in Wing Chun, what they teach you is the 6 gate theory, that everything important to you lies on your center line, from your forehead, the middle of your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your chin, your fucking throat, your collarbone, your solar plex, your dick and nuts. They all run down the center line of your body. So Wing Chun is a system that tries to make it so your center line is always occupied. You have 6 gates to attack and defend from, so you know it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by your feet, rather than, you know, 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? So the people with 3 gates actually have stronger technique. Like, you'll have people that could throw some crazy kicks. Like there's, you know, certain Kyokushin and Muay Thai and Taekwondo and karate that, like, they have some arch kicks that are just crazy. But Wing Chun and an up-close fight with somebody that's maybe just like a decent boxer or a very experienced street fighter, they might lose to a person that is fully versed in Wing Chun and practices on a daily basis. Not 100% of the time, but it's strongly possible. So stuff like that's understandable, but Aikido, I give it like a 10% chance of a real survivability in the streets. You know, you motherfuckers nowadays, everybody knows a little bit of wrestling or fucking jujitsu, so Aikido doesn't cover that at all. So you've never seen Seagal break a person down into an armbar or fucking Mio Plata or fucking guillotine or whatever the hell, you know? But so, I don't know, just watching this guy, this dog shit Seagal, was just awesome. Now, speaking of actors or actresses, while I was on that subject, I kind of wanted to get into Sigourney Weaver in Avatar. So let me give her props before I not necessarily bash her. All right, I'm about to check it right now. Just give me 1 second. Yo, what's up, Young Herb? So let me do a little touchback on Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver actually stands out awesomely in my book as like one of the very first female like lead stars that didn't need a bunch of people like, oh, look at her, like the movies that it's like it makes no, like Captain Marvel, where it makes no sense how she just becomes the strongest person in the movie out of nowhere after all these people and all these struggles of all these people. She just shows up and she's like, fuck all your movies, bro. Shit like that nobody respects. But I dare you to try to say anything like that about the original Alien movies. Sigourney Weaver was just by happenstance a woman. And by movie standards, one of the baddest ass women to ever do it, bro. So I give her props. I loved her in Alien. I thought she was, or in Paul. I thought that was funny too because of Alien. But Avatar. I fell asleep during a couple of chunks of it, and that's crazy because I was watching it in 3D IMAX, but it's because I just am like that now. I'm old. But Sigourney Weaver playing a teenage version of herself in Avatar was kind of weird. Like, I'm not sure how many of you listen to audiobooks, but have you ever listened to a reader of an audiobook try to mimic a child? It's always hilarious. And that's what it was. It wasn't like a great actor doing an impression of a younger self of them. It was, or like like falling into character. It was pretty much a chick doing an impression of her younger self. I can't call it, bro. I'm sitting up here in the studio trying to make some moves, advertising a bunch of shit that's coming out and also showcasing, which I'm about to do right now. My dog sent me some shit. Let me go check my inboxy. He said that Dirty one, it better be up in there. All right. This one says dirty in it. Be careful with this message. Pungent Beats has never sent you a message using this email. Okay. I'll be careful. All right, hold up. This one's 143 BPM. Okay. Do you like smoking crack on Tuesday? Do you like taking Xanax or falling asleep in the dumpster? I'm just kidding. That's how rappers be talking. They don't even rhyme. Okay. Dude, this bass is deep. Okay. Okay. I just want a little bit more snare though. Is there more kicking in? Okay. If not, that's okay. Yo. Lime green smoke in the air whenever I'm seen. My team turned a rhyme scheme to a crime scene. Godspeed, you really got me messed up. So you coming up missing like Tom Green's left nut. I like people to laugh at me when they masturbate, so I've been the castaway. I just got back today, my soul filled up with evil. You still fuck with people that kill punks like grilled stuffed burritos. They don't want to get it with the criminal, the sick individual, do them up like a ritual. Better believe it that I'm all about the rhythm when I wake up in the morning. I'm just kidding. I'm done. Yeah, this shit pretty solid. I like this. Okay. Oogly doogalies. Alright. I'm not gonna play all these, but let me pick another one. Oh, Pungent and Dirty. I know this one because we made that shit together. Oh wait, featuring Dirty B. I'm on it too. Heretic. Oh shit. Okay, I remember this. Y'all know who?
Hey yo, this bloodstained machete rap. You fuck Spain confetti gas. My unsteady smash with cum stained spaghetti strap. I'm unsatisfied, still uncompromised, uncivilized. Flip the switch, let the missiles fly. I'm Mike Myers mixed with Mike Jordan. Blade knifing up your brain like a sliced orange. When I'm recording, get the ritual cloak. Put a goat on the altar, then I'm slitting his throat. Y'all rapping about puppy dogs and rainbows. I'm rapping about Muggsy Bogues and Rambo. Y'all squad got auto-tuners and berry bucks. My squad got block shooters on angel dust.
You fuck with me, you better be packing the gun at least. Underground till you run to me on them Pungent Beats. Enemies under siege, they hardly bear it. This barrack is getting broken, I'm smoking them like a terrorist. Every day I'm at it, trying to make my way with rapping. And with these people in my circle, we gon' make it happen. Lots of gossip in the air, I can't contain the laughter. Fuck your lady after this verse, fill her with baby batter. Only the dope on the song. I'm rocking any track. Hand me that mic, I'm leaving instrumentals handicapped. Cause anybody with a pencil wants to put you in the verse. Anybody gonna save your soul. Evidently ain't nobody ever gonna get him a level. I leave a body in a vacant hole. Heretic, I speak only blasphemy on the track I'm on. Vagabond, making combatants dance till the mag is gone. Fill the motherfucker with lead. If we got a big head, then I'll snap it, take it down to size. Then I put the weed in the blunt. Hydroponics, you get drowned by.
Yeah, my bad. Oh, shit. I was muted that time, too. My bad. The whole time I'm sitting there yapping it up. Thank you. I appreciate that. Anyways, what I was saying is I recognized my part on that beat. That was that piano is called the Devil's Piano. It's a preset in Nexus. It's one of my go-tos. That in Graveyard. And if you guys are curious about the pack, it's fucking ancient. I'm not sure if it's even still available because I'm not sure how many people even still use Nexus, but it was called Cold X Beats presets for Nexus. And the Devil's Piano, which is that, and I didn't hear if I put it in there. I'd have to listen to it again. But the Graveyard Piano is one of the that I also associate with that piano, because whenever that one's doing the high notes, I was bringing the Graveyard Piano for a gung, kind of like, you know, that low ringy fucking punch. That, you know, for sure, it has the proper name, the Graveyard Piano. But anyways, so I'm actually gonna play something that's brand new. Just got it back recently. I highly doubt he's in here, but somebody shout out Lunchbox. This is coming soon on the Blurry album advertisement that I have. But this song is called Target, featuring Lunchbox. And, you know, the boy Lunchbox doesn't play them games. You know what I'm saying? I sent him the beat, and, you know, he be busy. So I was actually surprised that his turnaround was as quick as it was. He got it back to me in like 2 weeks, and that's crazy because, you know, he be stacked up. So he's usually like, you know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, unless you pay him some fat stacks. And we just have, I ain't going to say I ain't paying him. I'm just saying we got like a different relationship. You know what I'm saying? So he got to me a little quickly, and I like that because it was just in time to make it for the album. I did not want to drop it as a single. I wanted it as a heavy hitter on the album. Because on this album, bro, let me list you some of the features I got on this fucking album, bro. This shit is cron. I got Chris Dukes. I got Lunchbox. I got Pungent Beats. I even have a little chunk of Lamont Coleman, a.k.a. Big L. He's passed away, but I got a little chunk of him. You'll see what I mean, possibly tonight. I have JS3, JS the third, you know what I'm saying? I got Knight, I got 150 Styles, I got F Yola, I got Blaze J, Ron White, fucking ATM Pulse, Dos Charisma, Sticky Fingers, Chris Calico, and damn, why did those have to be the last ones so you have to sit on those ones? Yeah, boy. Anyways, y'all gonna see when it comes out. There's a lot of chronic on this album. But something I did want to play, this Target featuring Lunchbox, because your boy brought his A game. Just showing y'all that pretty much any rapper in Michigan that I fuck with does nothing but fucking fire, bro. Check it out. Check it out, y'all. Check it out!
I was 11 years old, rapping at bus stops, gripping my nuts just a couple years later like fuck cops. I grew up off that good shit, these rappers suck hot, they suck hard. That's why I did a track with Lunchbox, someone that takes the time to craft a verse of clarity. Most these rappers out here claiming they goats is heresy. Parodies of artists, they never retract fear from us. As soon as they hear us rap, we grow on them like bacteria. Push them right past barriers, feeling like I just got some pussy. This music changed my life like a broken condom would've. To show my gratitude, to sacrifice a rapper daily. Just having my name in your thoughts get you decapitated. Fascinated how rappers on a caliber using words to ruin turn, reducing verses too absurd to view at first. They new concern, we looking down on you like Google Earth. From heaven down to Lucifer, the dopest in the universe. I don't see a threat, I don't see a target. I don't give a fuck if you want, you can regardless. I don't see a threat, I don't see a target. I don't give a fuck if you want, you can regardless.
It's Box, bitch. I don't give a fuck, I use my knuckles to dust them. I'm running up a couple uppercuts, enough with your bluffing. I pull it up and rack it back and give a crack to your muffin. This is Box, bitch, I ain't losing for nothing. Fuck you rappers, I don't see no talent. Nope. All y'all pussy, bet you deep throat valid. You dick suckers on post paying for big numbers in a different league, and there ain't shit you can get from us. If I catch you, I'm a twisted fuck like Kama Sutra. I can laugh when I knife you, or stay calm and shoot you. I palm the Ruger, pull the trigger, that's all medulla. Calmly do 'em, I'll pop 'em off into a proper funeral. Don't fuck with Box, get that send-off wish. Two-tone Glock, bout to send off clips. Best dressed infrared, blessed by chips. One shot, one body, another bitch off the list. Box.
What? I done see a target.
I don't give a fuck if you want,
You tell regardless. Hey, dude, I'm just telling you, bro. I don't fuck with nothing but killers, bruh. Gang, yo. But yo, Young Herv, dog, thank you. I appreciate your feedback, man. Dude, listen, I tried my best to be fire. But listen, I don't know how you found out about this, but welcome, my friend. Welcome. You are one of our new dwellers, we like to call the people that come into the caverns. You know, whether you stay long or not, you are still a dweller, and we still fuck with you heavy, my dog. So may all the blessings of Jesus or whoever you worship fall upon you, but also the watchful eye of Cthulhu that nothing bad may enter your life unless we say so. And why would we say so? You know what I'm saying? Around here, we only cast spells of dopeness and fucking fat riches with big booty bitches. No, I'm just kidding. But yo, check it out. Oh, Dose. Oh, well, you came from the right place. That's one of my main men right there. That's my dude, bro. He's my Florida Connect. I can't lie, bro. Listen, his studio makes me more money than most motherfucking artists I work with. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker, I gotta honestly say, Dose Charisma been really paying the bills lately, bro. His own and mine. You know what I'm saying? He been making that shit happen. And I fuck with that dude heavy. So whenever you finally christen your studio, damn, I was a little close to that, my bad. But whenever you christen your studio and give it a name, bro, you got an official logo coming from me. I mean, High Notes, I know, is just like a thing you managed, but you need to get something that's you, because you're really good at artist and relations, and you're really knowledgeable, and you're really willing to work with people that really don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And that is admirable, because, you know, I try my best to do the same whenever I can, and most of the artists I know do the same. High Notes is now the name of my studio. All right, well, I mean, is that your brainchild? Okay, if that's your brainchild, then all right. But I associate, the way I knew High Notes was like a conglomeration of people. But if that's your brainchild, I won't let nobody fucking rape it. You know what I'm saying? I will nurture that baby. Because, you know, there's a name that I have had sitting on the back of my fucking tongue, and if you copy this, I will diss record you. Not diss song you. I'll drop a diss album on you if you ever use this name, because one day I'm going to bring it back for something. But, Snufflix. I'm not going to tell you how I spelled it, but just fun. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, I always liked that name, but it was kind of tainted. I'm the sole creator of High Notes. I'm just trying to build a team. Okay, well, look, I could tell you this from experience of being a part of, I was a part of many rap groups, at least 5 that I could count. And the Bearded Weirdos is the only thing important to me. It's the only group that's ever been really fucking worthy. And there's announcements to come with it, but Jay's been by my side for many fucking years, bro. He's been the most loyal human being I've ever known. I've never known a person more loyal than him. And, you know, the team that we've built around us, it may not be that big, but the 5 people that still cling on, like, they constantly make moves. And the people that don't live in the state that I'm still connected with are also always making moves. My dude runs the clothing line Snuff Puppy. I like that, Snuff Puppy. I fuck with that. Honestly, I think I could probably contribute on his shit. Send him my way. Tell him I'll send him a couple just free edits for some t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? I'll hook him up. Anyways, but yeah, so let's do a little bit more advertisement, because I'm not even telling you the name of this. I just want you to enjoy it when it comes out, all right? Ooh, excuse me. But JS3, bro, I really wish he was in this bitch. You know, I know he's not. I'm pretty sure I fucking shared it to him on Facebook, but I think he's at work. So check this track out. He actually killed this. He reached out to me for a feature, and his verse was so good. Like, I mean, it wasn't like, you know, fucking Big Pun Eminem or something, but I was like taken back. Oh, I got the hiccups, my bad. But I was taken back. I'm like, dude, honestly, most people that I feature on are okay. They're pretty decent. But this dude had like a pizzazz. I was like, okay, well, let me play this while I get over the hiccups.
This of a you? Psych. This is for my people in the stands rocking with me. They will not forget me from Columbia to Gotham City. This is for my goth chicks mocking every drop hit. After school with their friends rocking out the top hits. This is for my hotheads all around the globe. 420 on the spot, now we falling down the slopes. Munchies on 10, I need a Snickers and Dorito bag. Room looking foggy, it's getting harder to breathe and dab. This is strictly for my hip-hop heads. All my Rick and Morty fans, where my good glops been. All my fellow Super Saiyans, Toonami was like a cult to us. Went from cartoons to anime, it really woke us up. This is for my Michiganders and the dirty glove. This is for my people in other states to really heard of us. This is for my brothers lost along the way. This is for my people still here walking on their graves. This is for my friends, this is for my fam. This is for my haters and the ones that have my back. This is for my brothers, yeah. This is for my fans, yeah. This is for the future, no more living in the past, yeah. This is for my friends, yeah. This is for my fam, yeah. This is for my haters and the ones that have my back. This is for my brothers, this is for my fans. This is for the future, no more living in the past.
Shit, I'm guessing this is for the homies. For all you little pricks who said he hating like you know me. See, I rip it for everyone, all y'all can come get you some. Hit and run your bitches in the way, and I ain't ever feeling bad. Cause you pushed me to the edge and made me act the way I act. Push the understanding facts, while you lunge up on the bitch and all the haters stepping back. Bitch, I'm back like turkey and cheese on a pita with the shit, that's how I rap. I got Kool-Aid on my face, I'm mixing cherry and grape. You fuck with me, a mistake, it's what you making, I ain't playing. Bitch, I pull up in the fucking Wraith and hop out the driver's seat and split your fucking face.
A little Yellow Wolf right there.
When I ride, ain't nowhere to run and hide. See, I do it to you, just like I do it for the fam. This is for your bullies, all you hear is fucking bam, bitch, bam, yeah.
This is for my friends, this is for my fam. This is for my haters and the ones that have my back. This is for my brothers, this is for my fans. This is for the future, no more living in the past. This is for my friends, this is for my fam. This is for my haters and the ones that have my back.
What?
This is for my brothers, this is for my fans. This is for the future, no more living in the past.
How's my people doing out there, man? You know, enough about me and my squad. What's up with you and your squad? What are y'all doing, man? Just send me some shit. Whoever's watching this that isn't like directly connected with us and you guys are working on some shit, please send it to me right now. Here, I'll put up my email. Let me know when you send it. I want to hear what people are working on. You know, not like competition-wise, but just like feast-wise. Like, who out here is hungry enough to possibly order the same fucking pizza as us? Because once we sit at the table with somebody, bro, we could out-eat the best of them, you know what I'm saying? But also we can out-share some of the best of them. And, you know, this year, with all the shortcomings from the fucking economy being as low as it was, we managed to pull through and make some of the dopest moves happen. and showing that resilience. Once America gets to a point where, you know, it doesn't cost $12 for a burger again, you know, maybe we might actually have a couple of dollars in the bank and make some moves. You know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff that I really wish I could tell you, even though this is Cthulhu Caverns. You guys got a direct fucking, oh, can I play that? I'll play that. But, you know, hold on one second. But, some of the stuff that I work on with other people, I just, I have to make sure that I have their permission to share it, because it's, you know, a lot of it's still under construction. Can I send you some old shit? I could use the feedback. Fuck yeah, bro, just send it to me. Let me, pin my email so you can just copy and paste it. So yeah, go ahead, send it to me, bro. I will play it, yeah, for sure. And I'll give you, like, I'm not sure if you're here for the segment where I was talking about the music review, but I'll give you an absolute honest feedback on every aspect of it. All right, wait, well, so while we do this, let me give you guys one more little fun thing. I'm going to give you guys one more for the night, and then the rest of tonight is going to be all you guys, and then we're going to try our best to get cut playing some jammy jams, because I actually discovered a couple of people that I think you guys should be aware of. So while this plays, I'm going to be loading up my Spotify, my Spotify. So let me get from this. Dose Charisma, you pick. You want something bar heavy, emotional, introspective, or gangsta? I'm gonna give you a second to comment on that while I touch on one of these other subjects. All right, so one of the other things that I was thinking about was there's a thing that I really want to take a quick break on before we get into. But first, while we listen to this, if you have an extra device next to you, look up Willie Tennyson, Tennnyson, Will Tennyson. Anyways, while we do that, all right, you said gangsta, okay. All right, we're gonna go with Get Some, which is actually featuring one of my dudes I just started working with this year, Ron White. So check this out. He's on the first verse. First verse is Ron White. And let me know when I hit my email, baby.
With the air hose, I let it off, it sound like hi-hats and snare rolls. I'm on a money mission, gotta get to that dinero. Is it me or most of these rap dudes just weirdos? Walk around rocking purses and wearing girl clothes. Really can't take them serious if you wearing those. Maybe it's just me, I'm cut from a different cloth. I don't conversate with the help, go ahead and get your boss. Big drip, whole team lit like a candle do. Hopping out the whip and start shooting like a camera crew.
Yo, before I finish this verse, I want to give a mad shout out to Waves for their H comp, because their compressor, it really brings things to life when you know how to work that bitch properly. And the other thing I really want to stress to y'all is gain staging and stereo phasing, or stereo, just the landscape or soundscape of your stereo, how it plays in your speakers. I'm a little buzzed. I did not take edibles. That is arguable in court. But anyways, while you're listening to this, notice how the lightest part of his voice and the heaviest part of his voice are the same volume. That is very hard to do if the recording is dog shit. He gave me a very clean recording, easy to work with, plus some fat overdubs that I was able to spread out. But being able to stereoscopically spread out these vocals to where it kind of like in headphones. Right now I'm wearing headphones underneath the cloak, but the way it spreads into the stereos creates a soundscape. It kind of makes like the beat like a thing that is the background, like the forest in a fight scene against, Wilderman. In the artist being the martial arts scene, you know what I'm saying, and them being able to encompass enough of the sound spectrum that it it creates that scene. And because the raspiness of his voice and the bass of his voice, it took a little work to pull it out. But once I figured it out, maybe 35 minutes of playing around in the EQ and compressor, like, listen.
When it's blood in and blood out, they can't abandon you. Ripping flesh off of your body like I'm an animal. And my mind keeps on moving like it's mechanical. With this rap shit, I'm Frank Sinatra mixed with Hannibal. When you know you the shit, it makes it hard for them to cancel you. I'm coming for the
I have
cash
Slate
money,
too. I
and
love
want
Slate.
advances too. $1,000 shoes, doggy dog, I make expensive moves. Hopping out the Benz, Tom Ford, rocking fancy suits. Eating breakfast, lunch, or dinner like some Campbell soup. Everybody want me down, doggy.
I got it. I got you, Herb.
We made the beat and we rapping over some sample loops. All you need to know is the microphone getting ample use. If you fuck with me, I'll leave your body barely tangible. Damage you, one right hook, take off your mandible. Brandon, he the phantom move and capture you mentally with this magic voodoo. Brandon loose a shall intrude your capital. Mob like me and Rob White come dismantle you and stand on top of the world with the hands of you. Man, I'll do you savage, brutal rappers puke when they hear my rancid tune. Maniac howling at the moon, the world is flammable like flannel suits or travel routes you never want to travel to. 10 toes down, you can see it like I got sandal shoes. Thor with this hammer tool, writing with the hand of Zeus. Squeeze your neck until your Adam's apple look like apple juice. I recognize the truth to see the propaganda used. Rappers in the candle in the window, what I had to prove.
Yeah, no, I just had to go off of his rhyme scheme, man. Just that fucking that one, the bar that convinced me that I have to rhyme with his set was when he was like, something pull up and the squad jump out like a camera crew. Just like, I don't know, or they pull out shooting like a camera crew. Just the way he laid that bar down, I was just like, dude, I could think of 1,000 fucking things, like rhyme segments that would invite that kind of metaphor. And I was just like, yep, I'm gonna fucking write to that fucking rhyme scheme. And before I even wrote the song, I spent about 20-30 minutes listening to the beat, smoking, and just writing down rhyme schemes in that fucking spectrum. And dude, to be honest with you, he didn't have any of that research. He just laid a verse down. So shout out to my dude, man. He fucking came through heavy on that bitch. But my dude Herb sent me some, and we about to check that bitch right the fuck out. So young Herb sent me some on SoundCloud. Let's give it a thorough listen, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. Check it out. Young Herb, Marvelous. I'll share the link.
My potential with a pencil and an instrumental on a different level, flow hotter than the devil. Then take my time like I'm about to clock out, like I'm about to block out all this negative energy, all my negative memories coming straight from the hills. But we ain't living in Beverly, no one will remember. I'm wiping all of your memories, spreading virus and setting. Just listen to no hook. Don't get hooked, cause I ain't tossing you back. I got you and sell to me, but honestly, I see you through your music just like a Xanax. It always puts me to sleep. They heard I'm back watching Panic and schedule a full retreat. Look, my music is schedule one for my name on top of the list of drugs you don't wanna hit. The ones that gon' leave you dead, the ones that gon' leave you strong. It's hard for me to write verses, the paper gets caught on fire. The smoke detector detecting this devastating dilemma. The neighbors, they start to panic. If I interest gets a Russian and Peter could pickle peppers, but I picked the pen and paper cause I don't even know eraser. I'm drinking rum with no chaser, I'm only chasing the paper. The blue ones, I got the hundreds, I'm talking the root of evil. I'm planting all of my seeds, these evil deeds will proceed. I'm flipping fuck the receipt, receiving all of the feedback and feeding you right back.
Still wanna rap like the greatest. Drive fast cars and fuck the backstages. Now it's just a baby cause the boy be underrated. I don't gotta ride a 16 just to go hard. I don't need to catch a hook just to go hard. I just need a matchbook over 3 alarms.
What? Alright, this is actually pretty hard. Hold on.
Man, we got nothing.
Alright, we're at the halfway point. Let me give my initial assessment, and I'm gonna play the rest of the song. So, my initial assessment. Here's what I'm gonna say. As an engineer that loves money and I love customers, I'm going to tell you this. Stick with your engineer. Your engineer understands your voice brings it exactly where it needs to be in the mix. It sits perfectly in the mix. Your EQ is on point. Your compression is on point. There's a part where he actually started playing with effects, which is where engineers start to go off track. Because, one of the most important pieces of becoming a mixing engineer is understanding the frequencies in the human voice and being able to EQ the dog shit out and keep the good stuff, boost some stuff, and then compression to make everything right. Those are the two main things that a mixing engineer needs to know fluently. It doesn't require you know your way around auto-tune. It doesn't require you know your way around a pitch shifter. And whoever your engineer is, the way they pitch shifted that, it's in the right key. Because you could hear, unless you're, tone deaf, and, I'm not going to act like I can, fucking pick a tone and sing that tone and tell you what it is, but my ears don't lie to me. And when he pitch shifts your voice, it's in the same key. It resonates with your voice just fine. There's no, weird clash of frequencies. It doesn't sound weird to me. That's a hard thing to accomplish if you're amateur, if you know what you're doing. Now, also, he added a weird chorus effect to it that kind of spreads it out a little bit and gives it a little oomph. But the way he tightens it up and makes it so it's not so spacious that it sounds amateur, which is another thing that's hard to, disguise, especially if you're, not necessarily amateur, but if you don't have a lot of experience of disguising things that are known tricks amongst the trade. And this is very clean so far. And for being uploaded to SoundCloud, I don't think SoundCloud even deserves this. Because if this was a music review, I would have voted for you and you would have made it in the bucket. So far, so good. Because we'll get to your style and everything, because I was just commenting on the mix. Production-wise, this beat is fucking chronic. I would have featured on this in a second. But let me continue with this, and I'll give you a full evaluation of your style.
Common, I'm dropping bombs like atomic. Just take a sip of the tonic. It's like a food, I'm a title. Nothing to worry, it's gonna fix all your problems. The side effects make you vomit, might leave you dead in the coffin. I'm under pressure with these letters that I paint. Toxic dreams leave you dizzy, make you fucking faint. 10 years on this rock, like this was my routine. No fatigue, my regime reigns supreme. My technique, undefeated. Play the game like cocaine. All the tickets I redeem. I'm an orange, not today, cause I got tangerines, collard greens, pork and beans, salad greens, and your bitch, that's the meal, 5 course, coming for your life force, man, you're looking like a quick snack.
Me versus you, that's a mismatch.
Call the paramedics, they get dispatched. What was the emergency? Killed a man purposely, take over the world, but I won't feel like Germany.
Used to wanna rap like the greatest.
Okay, bro.
And fuck the baddest ladies. Now it's just a maybe cause the boy be underrated. I don't gotta ride a 16 just to
Okay, I can honestly say that this is really solid. Because, all right, I'm going to start with the bad and go into the good. The bad is, and not necessarily bad. My critique is, this isn't the absolute most rhyme-filled, craziest rhyme scheme thing I've ever heard of. This is not Eminem or Hopsin or Big Pun or Big L. But this is one of their predecessors. This is Immortal Technique. This is fucking Benny the Butcher type style. You know what I'm saying? We're to the point where you could tell that he is a student of the greats. Your cadence is great. Your pronunciation, or I guess your cadence is like, if you were to look at it on a stats wheel, that's the shortest end of your stats wheel. But I just think that was just because it's the beat, it's the boom bap style. I do it too. You know what I'm saying? I can't act like every single one of mine was exactly performed the way it probably should have been. But with that being said, your ability to ride the beat and your rhythm is very, very attractive to the ears. It's something that I as you're rapping, I'm like, okay, I've used this pattern. I like this pattern. And then there's patterns where it's like, I've been too afraid to use this pattern. You had a couple of them that were like the in the pocket rhyme schemes that I was like, okay, wait, a rhyme was supposed to go there, and then it was followed by the rhyme. I was like, you dirty bastard, you got me. So there was like 2 incidences of that during your verse that really stuck out to me. So with that being said, bro, I have to honestly give you a solid score as an artist of 8.5. Like, I feel like A 10 for you would be a super clean beat that doesn't have like a lot of sound in the background to like cloud the mix, and your voice sits on top. You tell me your absolute most horrendous bars, and the mix could be exactly how it is. You know what I'm saying? That's a 10 for me. Like, if I hear you absolutely bar me to death, I'm going to respect it. You know what I'm saying? That's all there is to it. That was solid as hell. How old did you say that was? Let me go back because I still have it pulled up. Shut up, yeah, dogs. 1 year ago. Holy shit! Exactly a year ago, like the same month. Okay, so in a year, I can imagine that you've came a significant difference. Because let me click on this little picture right here. Let me see what you got going on right here. Okay, so it looks like you're using a blue mic. And from the shape of it, it's either a blue bottle or a Blue Spark Black XL. If it's a Blue Spark XL, I have to, or SL, whatever it is, because I have one of those. It's over there. But if that's the mic, even more shout outs to your engineer, because there's this weird frequency that I don't like in it that's around like 1400 to 1600 in some voices. That's super cubey and weird, and I don't like it. It's hard to mix out without fucking with other frequencies. And I don't know, I've just never been a fan of that mic. But the Blue Bird is a goddamn gangster of a mic. For my main recordings, I use the Neumann TLM 102 right now because I'm saving up for the U87. But right now, currently, I'm podcasting through the Rode NT1. Just because this microphone doesn't get as much respect as it deserves. This mic, I'm going to actually lose the hood for a minute. So, for $369, this microphone could be the last microphone some artists buy. That's not that expensive for a microphone that could last you 10 years. Mercules, all of his most famous freestyles in the songs that got him famous were recorded on this microphone. So if you enjoyed the quality of that, then you also will enjoy the quality of your own music. Because he's actually got a really weird voice. Like, obviously, you know, any good engineer, give them 30 minutes, they'll figure it out. But it's one of those ones where it's like, his bass is important, his mids are super crisp and raspy, and then his highs are like not super present, so boosting them would be weird. You get some weird pencily, like piercing frequencies if you boosted that too high. And his mids are where you really got to focus on, because that's like the magic of Mercules' voice. I've never mixed it per se, but every time I've listened to it, I've heard him mix through. I'm not sure how many engineers he goes through or if he tries to mix himself, but I've heard mixed results. I've had times where I'm like, this is very well done. And then I'm like, there's other times where like, this is the worst mix out of all three verses on here. So, I don't know what he does, but he needs to keep his consistency. Like, Strange Music, Tech Nine has been my god. You know what? Actually, one of my first religious experiences was at a Tech Nine show. And he literally is my Jesus Christ of music. And when they got rid of Bengineer and they hired the new help, it took me a while to get used to his engineering. I got so used to the clarity, the absolute clarity. That was like the one thing that Bengineer did, is that he cared more about the crispiness of the main vocal. He didn't really care about effects as much. Effects were fun and all, but there were signature things that he had that were unusable to other people. The way they would use it, didn't sit right. And their new engineer, when his Asinine album came out, I listened to it like 3 times. The first time was when it first came out, and I wasn't impressed. I was like missing Bengineer. And then I think the second and third time was all within the same week. And at the end of it, I was like, okay, it's not bad. It's just not what I'm used to. I'm so used to this certain sound. And I think it's maybe because the U87 to Sony C800 switch. The Sony C800 is way more expensive, and it really does have a good sound. But for some artists, it kind of sounds empty. I don't know. It's weird to say. Oh, that's an old mic we started with, trying to get back in the flow of making music. Still just been writhing at the momentum. Appreciate the feedback, good and bad. Well, I mean, look, I will give you, if you hit me up, Dose will give you my personal information. If you hit me up, I'll give you whatever your budget is, I'll give you the best setup for your studio where you get the best results. To be honest with you, if you can afford this mic, get this. If you could afford beyond this, TLM 102, TLM 103, if you're within the $2,000 range for a microphone. But if you can't afford $1,000, buy this mic. For $369, it comes with everything you need. It comes with the shock mount built in with a personal sound, a pop filter that actually slides right into the fucking piece. It's really dope. Like, I'm not sure if that helps. But it's got a little built-in thing for P's and B's. That didn't help. But anyways, yeah, so I have a couple other things I want to play. So he's not here, but this song is already released, so there's no reason I can't play this. So check this out. This is JS the Third. Shout out to JS the Third because I put up a post where I'm like, if we haven't worked together yet, fucking reach out, bro. I'll drop a verse in your shit, no problem. You hit me up. I achieved my word, and we've been chatting ever since. So shout out to my dude. Here we go.
Crazy shit I put in a verse, so made me feel just like a kid again. Lyrics so hard,
I didn't mix his verse.
Wanna fucking strip again, I'm riddling, and all my dishes are crippling. The wave is really rippling. Put the weed inside of the bag and then I zip it in. Said I could ball, well come look at me dribbling like I'm Kobe. Yeah, you know me, bitch. I pulled up in the gone roof. Yeah, you know we gon' do anything we want to. Bitch, I'm vibing when I'm on a private island. How'd you get it? What I tell you, little boy? I came with a little fucking balance, like we pirates, so we pick it. Yeah, you like it when I make it. Switch a half-court shot, slam dunk on a bench off the backboard top. Bitch, I got the 5-dot and I slam it through the gears and shifting lanes, my little dear. Come over here, I got a secret that I really wanna whisper in your fucking ear. Gotta fit 2 Glocks, so my jeans too big, and my hoodie's extra large to conceal that shit. If you come and actin' hard, I'ma steal yo bitch. Get her drippin' like a coke sniff. All the hoes know this when I pull up to the party and I got the dope.
And I got some knowledge to drop after this.
And all the ladies on the hoe shit. Got the titties flashing, so I gotta motorboat it. Scooter weedle, heedle, leedle, leedle, lee. Sucking on my fucking D like she really hungry. Did it for so long, she got a rash up on her fucking knee. She texted you, she busy, yeah, she busy fucking me.
You don't wanna test us, nah. You don't wanna test us, nah. You don't wanna test us, nah. Someone better tell them you don't wanna test us. People are thinking it's best, but in the end they know the music sucks. I'm fucking a beat it whatever I can. Thinking you better as cute as fuck. Now that I'm in the mood for murder, talking to somebody to shoot the bird. Nobody made it out alive. Look at the name I'm doing dirty. Who do you think you is? Guess again I'm at the precipice. I'm really one of the best, and I dare you to come and test it, bitch. I constantly got them wondering how I move like this. I let them a crowd and make it a dance. They body move like this. I give it the power to kill them all, no matter who might spit. We taking them out, they look a shook whoever you might get. They up against the force of nature, you're an angel coming towards a raging. Of course, a wage of war, we're coming into fornication, ready to form a singing. You don't normalize the word for me, disturb the peace of dirty B and JS the third with me. Survivors should be grateful they met me. They barely lucky they survived after JS3. You don't wanna test us, nah. You don't wanna test us, nah. You don't wanna test us, nah. Someone better tell them you don't wanna test us.
Yeah, so that'd be one of the features that's out available right now. It's on YouTube and a couple other things. It's on my page. But one of the things I wanted to like kind of touch on, and I kind of didn't want to wait this long into the podcast, but I'm going to do it anyway. So for some of you out there that's doing songwriting, that, you know, whether you're doing hip hop or R&B or heavy metal, the same thing kind of fits. Songwriting from inspiration to structures. You know what I'm saying? So when you're trying to get into a mode, let's say you're trying to write a story song, and the story is about your childhood. Well, obviously, the best thing you can do is give a call to one of your family members and just talk about some good old times, to reviewing some of your old photos, maybe listening to some music from that era. And then once you're done with that, maybe 2-3 hours worth of what we would call research in this situation, straight into recording or writing your song. Damn, homie, everything you've played so far, shout out Dose for pointing me this way. Well, look, bro, we only going to be making fucking flames from here on in. That's all I plan on doing. But let me finish my thought. So after, putting in the effort of putting yourself into position to write that song, once you finally down and put pen to paper, it'll be a lot more natural. It'll be a lot less you thinking and a lot more you feeling and filling in the blanks with your skill set. You get what I'm saying? And then structure. So, here's the average structure that people expect. 4 to 8 bar intro, 16 bar verse, 8 bar hook, 16 bar verse, 8 bar hook, 16 bar verse, 8 bar hook, and then outro. All right, well, there's bridges, there's pre-choruses, there's all kinds of things that are in music writing that a lot of rap artists do not use. Now, I'm not saying that all don't. Tech Nine is probably the best example. Using Tech Nine as an example, listen to any of his major albums. He has at least one song on there that's so complicated song structure wise that it'll leave you thinking for years. For real. But there's a lot of artists that just stick to the plan and go with it. And more power to them too, because obviously it's more comfortable hearing something you're used to knowing what's coming next. But in the experience of listening to heavy metal and swing music and EDM and all the random shit that I listen to, hearing hip-hop artists use the same kind of feel to where it's like, we're about to switch it up, and then we go crazy! I don't know, like, Tech Nine has an efficient ability of doing that, of starting a song off really soft and just mellow, and then by the end of the song, we're all screaming the lyrics together. Especially the song Slacker. That's dude, I did say that we were going to get this far, and we are. I'm going to play Slacker. That's all there is to it. If we get cut, we get cut. But I got to honestly say, it's one of those ones that I discovered Tech Nine in a weird way. So, I put this on my children's lives that this is a true story, but this is kind of hard to look up because there is no recording of this that I've ever found. And I've actually looked into this heavily. I've spent a couple of drunken hours, 3-4 fucking hours, just trying to find this clip. But anyways, so it's a hot summer. My mom's in the fucking laundromat setting shit up, and I'm outside in the blue bug, we called it, even though it was more like a blue monster. It was not a minivan, but like that full sports has a console in the center, big ass fucking huge van you could hide 20 people in. So anyways, I'm sitting out there listening to the radio, WJLB 105.5, 107, whatever it was. And I want to say it was 95.5. And they were like, yo, so this next artist coming up from Kansas City, he's about to rap in reverse for 30 seconds. And I'm like, the fuck out of here. What the fuck does that even mean, rap in reverse? So I wait for the whole commercial break, fucking get ready, go inside, fucking do whatever my mom said, take some shit to the fucking trunk, get back in the car, and I missed the very intro, but they just got to the part where they're setting the beat up. And so the DJ starts playing the beat in reverse. And I'm just like, okay, this is weird already. I'm not liking it. And then Tech Nine goes, I'm Goliath. And I'm just like, okay, dude, I'm turning red in the cheeks. I'm embarrassed for this guy. Have you ever watched somebody do something so fucking outlandish? You're like, dude, or Impractical Jokers. Have you ever watched that show ever? You know what I'm saying. When somebody does something and you're just like, dude, I might for the money, but dude, in my personal life, I'd never do this. I don't give a fuck how much you dare me. Well, that's how I felt for Tech Nine. I'm like, dude, what is this fucking guy doing, bro? He sounds fucking stupid. And then when he was done, the DJ was recording this the whole time, and then he takes that recording, puts it into his fucking spin track or whatever, and runs the whole recording backwards. Well, now, because he was playing a beat in reverse and Tech Nine rapped in reverse, when he reversed the song, perfectly on beat, was a regular ass song. So try to comprehend what I'm trying to say to you. He recorded the song in reverse, and when he played it backwards, it was a song forward. Name a fucking artist that can do that, and I will come to your house and fucking suck your dad's dick. Ain't no fucking possible way. There's no way anybody else on the fucking planet can do that besides Tech Nine. Get what I'm saying? Like, and you know, the same thing is kind of true for Eminem in a certain way. Like Eminem, you know, certain people will be like, dude, he's fucking, you know, he's misappropriating, blah, 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 or he's not the greatest rapper, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you can say whatever the fuck you want. You can say whatever you want. But you eat crayons. You literally, like, pick the fucking brand of crayon you eat if you can't say he's one of the best to ever pen lyrics. I don't care about his delivery, how his voice sounds, or however that comes out to you, but if you read the lyrics as an artist and say that when I smoke out, I hit the trees harder than Sonny Bono. Oh no. If I said I would never did drugs, that would mean I lie and get fucked more than the president does. Hillary Clinton tried to slap me and call me a pervert. You know, like, any of his lyrics, just read them out. They're fun to read. Or even his most lyrical ones, you know. What's that one shit? Okay, I can't remember it. Anyways, I don't know. He's one of those artists as well, where it's like, as soon as you start going down the rabbit hole of Eminem, as soon as you start drawing comparisons to other artists, it's hard to find, like, lines that really stick. Because Eminem is one of those weird, awkward people that where when you hear people try too hard and be too, like, white or too stiff, it's intolerable. It's almost unlistenable. In my opinion, that's the best Eminem. Because, alright, I'm 33 years old. I'm an old fucking piece of shit, right? I bought the Slim Shady LP on cassette tape twice in my Walkman. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm old school with it, baby. Like, I bought his shit when it was a fucking rectangle with a pill on it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got lucky and bought the fucking album and opened it up, and on the inside, y'all saw a pill. Nah, bro, I had that original boy. So I can honestly say I've been an Eminem fan since he came out. Seeing how he's from Detroit, it was kind of hard to not hear about him. And I was a little bit more privy to Eminem because of one of my uncles that's really into underground music, and he followed battle rap, and anybody that was in the Rap Olympics, Scribble Jam, or anything like that, it ended up crossing my threshold. And Eminem lost the battle to MC Juice and still won. MC Juice's winning bar was, he said something along the lines of, like, you call yourself Eminem, like there's two of you, but I'm only seeing one of you, and I'm standing right in front of you, and I ain't scared of none of you. And that line right there screwed him over, bro. He said some funny shit. He said you come up missing, like, Snoop Dogg's police files and a bunch of other shit, but MC Juice just had his fucking bell rung in that battle unbiasedly. You know what I'm saying? If you just listen to that specific battle and weigh bar for bar who hit harder, MC Juice, in anybody's opinion, won. But Eminem still got signed. Dr. Dre still brought him to California. They still made I Am Slim Shady, or whatever the fuck their first hit was. And, the real Slim Shady. And, you know, by then, hip-hop was already in my life, because before that, it was a lot of heavy metal. It was, you know, Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, shit like that, Pantera. And then, once I got into hip-hop, it was a lot of, like, Twisted, Tech Nine, Big Pun, Big L. And then, Eminem, obviously, originally, but Tech Nine was a little later on, and once I finally discovered Tech Nine, I honestly have to say that was my inspiration to finally pick up the pen. My favorite artists to listen to on a regular basis have always been Big Pun, Big L, and then Tech Nine. But Tech Nine is the best living artist, in my opinion. But anyways, it's been a pretty decent night, and we still got a little time ahead of us. So before I completely flex out of here, I'm gonna give y'all another little taste of something, a little yummy. And this one is actually with one of my more famous features. So this is, and if you don't know who this is, fuck you. You can't even be a rapper if you don't know who Sticky Fingers is. So for you people that don't know, Slam! There you go. He is part of Onyx. That part should be clarified to you. The second part, if you really don't know him as a rapper, then maybe you might know him as an actor. So Friday after next, or next Friday, whatever it was, next Friday, when Debo broke out of prison, the guy that went with him with a crooked eye, that was Sticky Fingers. Well, here's our track together. And it took a little while for me to actually, like, get around to writing a verse and making it. But here we go.
Like my face to rest, just at the thought of me getting fame, success. Hate your best, you can carry that weight till you lay to rest. Let the information spread, hear me in your thoughts, lyrics piercing through your heart like a bayonet. They can't replace your set, even on the algorithm's data set. While you stay in place and remain in debt, I'm taking off like a space cadet. Travel through the radio waves like a midnight caller with late requests. I'm from the Raven's Nest, trying to make the best of what I got so I can prove myself and get your validation next. I'm headbanging the beast, the innovations met. Pencil some rhymes till finally the inspiration left. Fueled by the streams where the CD of the tape cassette. The sound soothing, ground moving when the bass connects. Raise the dead at these volumes, I let them take a breath. Hypnotized by the written rhymes in a state of death. Every word I say shiver vertebrae like naked breasts. Till I'm underneath the 10 toes down on gray cement.
Street thing, don't wanna be leaking, I ain't trusting no one. If you come down to my life, don't threaten my life, jump and bust my gun. I make the bullets go la 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 la. I make the bullets go la 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 la.
So, by the way, let me tell you a little behind the scenes story. So if you don't know this, then, oh, by the way, shout out to Electric Avalanche, one of the realest motherfuckers I've ever met. Yo, bro, that motherfucker, real OG, bro. If y'all fuck with Avalanche, you gotta go through me, bro. EA is one of them dudes, man. As soon as you meet him, is immediately after meeting him, you understand what kind of businessman he is. He doesn't play them games. Anyways, but so with Sticky Fingers, so some behind the scenes shit. So your homie Jay, he's been directing my album, and if you don't know this, then your homie Jay is the main director for our, well, we ain't got a record label yet, but for our little collective. Like every time we make an album, we send it to your homie Jay. He listens to it for a week or two, and he puts it in an order that is so tolerable to listen to that it makes you feel retarded. Forgive the R word. It makes you feel retarded for skipping a song. Like, why did I just skip that? That was weird. What happened at the end of that last song? You know what I'm saying? Like, he just does that so well that it makes you want to hear the whole album all the way through. Now, I don't have that effect. I'm so random. I'm just ADHD. I'm like, spin the wheel, that's next. So, every time that I've tried it my way, it's turned out the way that I thought. You know what I'm saying? And every time I let your homie Jay take care of it, it seems like the whole album gets enough plays as the best songs. So that I have to honestly give that kind of fucking shout out to your homie Jay. But Electric Avalanche reaching out to your boy, fucking layering a dope ass feature with your boy, putting me on some playlists that are fucking worth the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the dude right there. But before we dip out, because that is the plan, I'm going to give y'all one more of my famous features. And I know this ain't going to affect my album playing this for y'all. Because to be honest with you, fuck them famous motherfuckers, brother. None of them could affect any of the features that dropped on this bitch that weren't. They brought their A game all the way. But with that being said, this is Getting By featuring Chris Calico. Bet. But we ain't done yet. Don't leave.
Barely getting by, money so limited, where to return? Shit could be different if I could get above it and looking for something to get in return. Told her to check my balance at the bank, she came and pushed me. Pulled a big stack of paper, down with the capers, don't think about pussy. Living my life with the bottom, it's time to get out of it, looking for ways to scheme. Fucking me, I'ma be pulling up, get a gun, robbery, tell me what you came to see. Everybody thinking they can play with me, but if I'm veteran, you're stepping in the major leagues. Barely getting by with a minute to high, when I looked it up, I got up in a place to be.
I might smile when I'm in your face. I'm just getting by. Feels like I don't fit any place. Don't know why I try. Don't know how I've fallen from grace. Still trying to fly. Feels like I'm just a waste of space while I'm getting by.
Getting by, barely getting by. Getting by, barely getting by. With my mind on my money, hunger pains make my tummy scream. Money on my mind, so don't try nothing funny, man. People like to fake it, so do I. See my face disguised every single day in my life. I've been living like I try to get away from the great demise. Spread over the bills and I gotta get bread. Always stay humble, never got a big head. Money is the money, but I gotta pay rent. Dividends delivered and everyday spent. Struggling daily in front of you, looking for nothing for none of you, bitch, mate. Cats in the back when I brag to the bottom of the ground and I kick them in the rib cage. All I really need is something new, sticking, getting by. Lift them up, give me that money, I gotta get double that. Numbers up, lift them high.
I might smile when I'm in your face. I'm just getting by. Feels like I don't fit
any place. I'm just gonna try.
Don't know how I fall in from grace. Still trying.
Whatever the fuck he says. Yes, that's right. Yeah, boy. So anyways, it's been an awesome Cthulhu Caverns. It's been a, solid 2 weeks before I was able to sit down here without any worries and know that this fucking podcast can continue from end to end without any fucking interruptions. And here we are. And I thank you for all of y'all that came through here, all 10,447 y'all, aka 16. But y'all motherfuckers are the realest. You know what I'm saying? And for y'all to actually stick around this long, bro, obviously y'all love me. And I gotta honestly say, I love you too. You ask me for anything, I might do it. Hiding the bodies up there, but I might do it. But anyways, this has been Dirty B. This has been the Cthulhu Caverns. Thank you everybody for stopping through. And mad love, everybody. See you later.